Hi, it's Hans at ahappierman.com. Today's topic is planning and goal setting takes time. If you think that you can just sit down and in 15 minutes knock out your plans for the next year, I think you're really mistaken. The more time you can devote to this planning and sitting down with a paper and a pen, your calendar and your computer and your phone and whatever else, and paper, scrap paper and whatever else you need, your journal book, you should have all of that stuff together, and you should be able to sit and work on that. And it's probably going to take a number of hours at a time over a number of times. I don't know, you just can't expect planning to go quickly. And I think that's part of the problem with a lot of people is they expect it to go fast. They think they know what they want and know what to do and know what steps to take intuitively, and I just don't think that's the case. I think what normally is the case is you'll get an idea from somebody somewhere somehow, well, I should do that, and then you just jump into it without giving it enough thought, without giving it enough timing. So I would set aside time frequently at a reasonable amount of time, or at a reasonable pace, that you can reflect on your plans. It's kind of why I like to take a lot of time off at the Christmas time. It's Christmas time 2020 right now, and I've got more than a week off and I don't have, lots of other parties and such, with the COVID and whatever. You can't really do what you might do. But I still normally spend a lot of time planning and thinking and getting my preliminary plans for the next year. I reflect back on what I did last year, what's kind of remaining from last year that I didn't do that I should try to do next year. What was I trying to do last year that I didn't do, and should I even bother doing it this year? Maybe I didn't do it because it wasn't right for me, right? So that's part of it. That's the kind of stuff that takes time. You don't want to just get, typically if you're a married guy, your wife hands you a list of stuff to do on January 1st and says, get busy, Buster, and get all this stuff done. Well, maybe if you two are harmoniously together, these are all the things you wanted to do anyway, well, that would be fine. Some ladies are very good at this planning. Some, not all. Some are. Some know what's a reasonable amount of things that should be able to get done in a year that will make her life and your life with her better. Well, yeah, that's all fine. It's all good. I know ladies who are good at stuff like this. Some of the older ladies in the family are pretty good at this, right? Some ladies are very intelligent and kind of wise even when they're young and know what to do. My daughter, for example. But the thing with her is I've spent a lot of time with her in this practice, right? It isn't just by chance. I've spent a lot of time working with her on this planning, and she's seen me do all my planning too. So every month I sit down with her for a number of hours, and we talk and go over what's good, what's bad, and she adds kind of this running list of the things she'd like to get done in the near future. And then next month she'll look back at that running list and see where she's at, and she'll be happy if she did a lot, and might be irritated if she didn't, or she'll know, well, yeah, a month wasn't long enough, I need more time. And in her mind, she did it with me, her father, and then she'll do it with her own. She's got her own system of journaling and tracking and all of that. I do the same thing with my son, and I think if you've got kids, this would be a great practice for you to help them. And I would start though and make sure you do it yourself. Make sure you don't have, tons of loose ends out there that need attention. Do it with yourself, and then do it with them, and encourage them to get into this habit, this practice. If everything is going well in your life, it's because you're doing this. It's this continual updating, and you're reflecting back. What was good? What was bad? What did I need to? And then you're projecting it forward. What do I need to keep doing? Right? It's just continual. You don't just do it once and be done with it. No, it's continual. Your life, you think of it like your life is an evolving plan, and you're continuously scratching out what's done, and writing down what needs to be done, right? And all the different components of your life that in this, you need to see. That's why you need the calendar, because of the seasons. And some things might be so big that they take, many years of effort, or many even decades. If you have an ambitious list, it might take a good long while, right? If you want to go to every country in the world, visit them. If you want to make, let's say, a very, very large sum of money. If you want to see a lot of things accomplished in your life in various ways, it's going to take years, decades. And that's fun too, right? That's fun too, to see the progress over the years and over the decades. But take the time. Take the time. I've always, you just got to kind of turn the TV off. I don't know if I've ever turned the TV on during the day in the last, I don't know, I can't even think, maybe 13 or 14 years where I've actually watched something during the day besides the NFL football on the weekend. But the TV is a time hog. The over social media, that's a time hog. The over YouTubing, video watching, that's a time hog. Yeah, shopping of any kind is a time hog. Getting involved and worrying about things beyond your control is a time hog. Think of it this year, like the COVID situation and the election in the U.S. These two things were like enormous time hogs to kind of waste our time, and our time is precious, right? I'm closer to 60 than to 50, so my time is limited and precious, and I don't appreciate anyone wasting my time, and you shouldn't either. You should be jealously guarding your time, and the planning that you do with the paper and the pen and your calendar and your journal book and your computer and your phone and some scratch paper. You should find it that this is one of the most fun times you can have. It's so enjoyable to sit and reflect back on the good things, to see the bad things and see how you got through them, and to plan for the future. It's so much more satisfying than anything else. I can't even understand how people wouldn't want to do it. It's so enjoyable that once you start into doing it, you can just spend. I can just spend days in this, and now, since I've done it so much, it doesn't take quite as long, because I'm at this point, everything is just like minor refinements and just fine tuning, because everything is, for me, it's good, because I've done all that work, and I had to get through tons of suffering, but I still love to sit there and do it and just get it just right. Just keep moving it over, just keep writing it down. And a lot of it is just rewriting the stuff from the past that's really good, that I just know to keep pounding on and keep efforting on that. So give that idea some thought. Let's have one heck of a great year. All for now.